Dudes, this is a big deal. Aaron Rodgers, confirmed today by Jets coach Robert Saleh, has a torn Achilles tendon after 4 snaps. And it's 100% because they don't have an offensive line. Dwayne Brown got beat like a drum, which was remarkable. I look at the way that Becton played. I thought he got beaten very badly. You see Aaron Rodgers limp into that blue tent, and you're hoping it's an ankle sprain or a high ankle sprain. All right, a month. And then you see him get out of that tent and get on a cart, and you know instantly it's an Achilles. And it's just brutal. Aaron Rodgers is 39 years old. The chances that Aaron Rodgers is coming back from an Achilles tear, depending on, the seriousness of it, is it totally torn? Is it a partial tear? Where on the Achilles is it torn? All of those things are factors, right? He's 39 years old. And it is very difficult to outrun Father Time, who is, last time I checked, undefeated. Father Time is. It's very difficult to believe that Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to come back. Certainly not this year. He's done for the year. When training camp starts a year from now, is Aaron Rodgers the same quarterback that he was? I don't see any way that he is. I think he's done with the Jets, and I think there's a chance he's done in the NFL, Jake. And it's just a terrible ending to the Aaron Rodgers story.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, terrible ending or not, I mean, I think that these things happen. And last night in our members-only group chat on Instagram, I said, Aaron Rodgers went to a new team, tore his Achilles. Tom Brady went to a new team, won a Super Bowl. And I think that that's the difference between the great ones and the really good ones. Aaron Rodgers is a really good one who's going to be in the Hall of Fame leaves most of his legacy in Green Bay. I think he's done wonderful work with Zach Wilson. I think that kind of showed its place last night. I mean, obviously, Zach, didn't exactly ball out. It's not like he lit up the Bills' defense. It's not like he did anything crazy special. But what he did do was help them win the game. He wasn't so bad that they lost the game because of him, right? So to me, yeah, did it take Xavier Gipson with something special on that punt return? Yes, it did.
Seriously.
Yes, it did. And that was outstanding for Xavier. But at the same time, I just think that, the Jets are, I don't know. The Jets have to either get better at drafting quarterbacks and developing quarterbacks, or they need to go out and find the next free agent quarterback that they want to sign that they think can take them to the Super Bowl. Because now the question isn't whether you're going to the Super Bowl. The question is whether you're a playoff team or not with Zach Wilson as your quarterback.
Agree.
And yes, that defense is all league and incredible, but defense alone doesn't take you to the playoffs. You got to have an offense that can go down with 90 seconds left and win you the game. And you don't have that right now, and I think that's what's tough.
Well, I also think that this question right here from John Teal for $2, Tom Brady to the Jets maybe, I don't see any way that happens. Mm-hmm. I think Tom Brady has worked very, very hard to announce that he is retired every time this happens. Every time there's a team that needs a quarterback, he has to announce he's retired. I just don't see him coming back, and not for the Jets. I think that right now the bigger question in my mind is Zach Wilson. And is Zach Wilson good enough at this point to lead the Jets? And you know what I would tell you? I think the biggest question here is Zach Wilson confident enough? He looks like a guy who plays with the fear of Vince Lombardi in him. Mm-hmm. And he just doesn't make good decisions. He does not make quick decisions. He is not authoritative on the field. I don't believe he commands a huddle. It's going to be very difficult to go through your entire training camp and your first 4 snaps with the authoritarian Aaron Rodgers on the field and then step into Zach Wilson, who just doesn't know where to put the football. And I think one of the hardest things for the Jets is this is the guy you picked second overall. And you are confirming what you already know about him. Because let's not spin this on Zach Wilson. I hope the guy succeeds. I am a big believer that when you work your ass off to be the second pick in the NFL draft, it is a lot harder to fail than it is to work your ass off to become the number 2 pick in the draft. Mm-hmm. It's harder on you. It ruins you. You are not the same guy ever when you fail as the starting quarterback after you're the number 2 pick. I hope the guy succeeds. I just don't see any way it happens. I also believe that when quarterbacks get a chance, they either boom or bust right out of the gate. Trust me, I'm a traumatized Mitch Trubisky supporter. I know young quarterbacks with high expectations that fail. Oh, I'm also a guy that wishes Justin Fields would succeed, and he never will. Is Zach Wilson any better than Mitch Trubisky or Justin Fields? I think I can make a pretty strong argument he's not. He doesn't know where to go with the football. Can that guy lead the Jets to a Super Bowl? I don't know. Can Aaron Rodgers tutor him up and teach him up and learn him some leadership? I hope so, because if he can't, Jake, I think the Jets are doomed to fail.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's tough. Like you're not in an easy division. And by the way,
no.
If I'm Tua in Miami, I'm feeling real nice right now. I'm looking at this and I'm saying, hey man, like we got a real shot here. And I think that, you know, I look at quarterbacks around the league that have had a lot of adversity, and there's several examples. You know, I think that, you know, Jordan Love has had a nice start to the season. I think there's not a better example than Tua. Tua learned how to fall and now is balling out, you know, and they look really good. Now, does he survive the season? I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know.
Does he consistently step out of bounds? Yes, but then he'll survive the season. If he doesn't do that, then he won't. Anthony Richardson, a guy that needs to learn to step out of bounds, a guy that needs to learn to throw the ball away.
A guy who's already hurt.
A guy who's already hurt because he runs too much, right?
Dealing with a bruised bone in his knee.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, you're seeing the NFL do what the NFL does, which is lay the wood to guys until they learn their lesson. And unfortunately for the Jets, Aaron Rodgers did nothing wrong. Father Time picked it up. And that's why I say yesterday on the show, everyone espousing about the greatness of the Jets. Dude, it's okay to say yesterday, hey, they got to prove many things. Even with Aaron Rodgers, you got to show me that offense is legit, right? Even with Aaron Rodgers, you got to show me Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy. Even with Aaron Rodgers, you got to show me that you are that team. By the way, let's talk about Josh Allen. What the hell was that last night? Can I just ask, what are we doing? And to your point, you are right, and take your victory lap. Josh Allen is absolutely embarrassing. Josh Allen, dude, 4 picks last night, and I know their defense is really good. I know the Jets defense is outstanding, but I'm watching that game and I'm saying, hey, you got a guy who has, I mean, it must have been 20 yards of space at, you know, 20 yard opened by 20 yards, 7 yards from the line of scrimmage. Check it down. They're doubling your best receivers. They don't want you to go over the top. Check the ball down. Then I know what's going to happen. The defense is going to come towards you. You can take your shot. I'm not an NFL coach. Not an NFL quarterback. I'm not Josh Allen. I'm not playing the game. But that seems like very simple X's and O's schematics. So I don't know where, you know, Josh Allen, the playoff winner, went, but he's not here anymore. And that team is not good right now.
I think that Josh Allen has the dreaded hero ball syndrome. I agree with you 100%. And I think that you have to believe at some point that this is a make-or-break season for Josh Allen and the Bills. I think one of the bigger questions I have, frankly, about the Jets is this offensive line going to get Zach Wilson murdered? Is he going to get murked next week? Because I think there is a real chance that when you look at the Jets, does anybody realize where the Jets are going this week? Yeah, they're going to the Dallas Cowboys, who are favored by 8.5 points, and I think have one of the top 3 defenses in the NFL. And I think that the Jets have one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL, and I don't know how you fix that. I really don't. David C. Says Jets should tank for Caleb Williams. Mm-hmm. Maybe. I probably would not do that. I don't think you can do that. You know, there was a huge brawl on ESPN today about whether or not the Jets should go out and trade for a quarterback. I don't think you can do that. I think you're not in a situation where you can just have a fill-in for Aaron Rodgers because you gave up too much to get him. You paid him too much. And if you were going to tank for Caleb Williams, why didn't you go sign a Jimmy Garoppolo?
Yeah.
Why didn't you go and sign a Derek Carr? Why didn't you go sign one of the lesser quarterbacks?
Well,
because you're committed to winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, look at the laundry list of free agent quarterbacks that you could have signed to tank. I mean, again, with all due respect to Carson Wentz, with all due respect to Jacoby Brissett, right? With all due respect to, I know, Colin Kaepernick. right? There's all these guys on the list that could play, that are free agents, that, would be good fill-ins. But that's not what you wanted to do. You wanted to go out and trade pick after pick to get an old-ass Aaron Rodgers who was never going to stay healthy this season because you didn't invest in your offensive line, and we haven't been the only ones saying that. There's been a lot of people who have said that. Now we're here. So, I just think as unfortunate as it is, because I was really looking forward to Aaron Rodgers having a chance to really legitimize himself as an all-time great, right? To get to that second Super Bowl, to kind of get over that hump and really shut up the naysayers. Now we're not going to get to see that. And I agree with you. I think we seriously got to ask, hey, is that the last time we've ever seen Aaron Rodgers? I don't know. But at his age, that injury, that's going to be tough.
Do we believe Aaron Rodgers that he was retired this summer when he was in that hole smoking? I know you don't smoke it.
And by the way,
smoking his ayahuasca?
Dude, can we stop making darkness retreat jokes about the blue tent on the sideline, please? Like, the guy just tore his Achilles. Like, give the guy some slack.
That was funny. But he claims in his hole in the ground that he was retired.
Right.
During his darkness retreat. He came out and said, I was retired. And then he claimed all the shit talking from the Packers brought him back to life. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second. Beavers on a rampage. Mike White greater than Zach Wilson. Mike White doesn't panic. Well, Mike White doesn't play for the Jets anymore. Unfortunately for the Jets. Jeff Woodworth says Drew Rosen is still available.
Drew Rosen.
Wow. How about a big shout out for Kyle A., who's been a member for 5 months.
There you go. Okay. There we go. All right, cool.
There you go. How about Sharon Eccles, who's been a member for 8 months?
There we go.
Let's go, Sharon. Go Cubs. If Tua stays healthy, the Dolphins will be 14-3 in the AFC East and the number 1 seed in the AFC, dude. There was not a better looking quarterback in the NFL than Tua Tagovailoa this past weekend.
Yeah.
Not a better one. Not one single. The confidence he is playing with, oh my God. He is going to murder fellas because he's really good right now.
Yep.
He is really, really good right now. And Jaron, you may be saying that in jest, but I wouldn't be saying that in jest. I actually think that Tua Tagovailoa, I want his brain to survive. I do. But every time he takes the field, I can't watch anymore. It is terrifying to watch him play football.
Well, I think that, it is. But at the same time, I feel a little better about Tua now that he's not doing the whole fall backward, slam my head on the ground thing. I think that, this is a guy that understands that he can't be taking huge shots, that he can't just run around and, hope for the best. Like, he understands, okay, I need to learn my offense and know it to the point where I can throw guys open. Know it to the point like Dan Orlovsky does his, famous tape breakdown on ESPN, And he's showing this clip where Tua's got a guy up the right sideline who's running a post, Tyreek Hill, running a post to the middle of the hill, to the middle of the field, right to left. And Tyreek's surrounded by 3 guys. And Tua's throwing it to an open spot for Tyreek to run to. Like, dude, you know the offense. You know where your guy's going to be.
No.
You're throwing him open.
No, you know the defense and what they're trying to do to you. And you know your offense and how it works when the defense is doing what it's doing to you. That's the thing that is next level about Tua. He actually, exactly what you're saying, he's dominating because he's well prepared. And I don't know, man. Jaron, I hope he does, because I would love to see Tua Tagovailoa win an NFL MVP, to see him lead a team to a Super Bowl after all the adversity he's had on the injury front, from the hip, all the injuries at Alabama, the high ankle sprain. He almost snapped his leg in half at Alabama. Then he broke his hip. Now all the concussions. Like, come on, my guy. Let's stay healthy for 20, 25 games and watch you win a Super Bowl.
And make some money.
Because they're great. And real quick on the money front, that's the whole thing about the Aaron Rodgers injury. Do you guys realize how much money the Jets won't make this year because Aaron Rodgers is hurt?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's tough. Boss Frog, that Porsche stud. Boss Frog today, we just get off the golf course. And Jake's like, oh, boy, Boss Frog sent us a DM.
Yeah.
And it's a video of Boss Frog at his Porsche dealership. And I am a huge fan of Porsche as a brand. And what was a 918?
918 Spider.
Which is an electrical assisted V8.
Mm-hmm.
It's fast. It's faster than Shedeur Sanders.
Right.
Which is tough to believe.
Right.
Or Tyreek. Well, it's not faster than Tyreek Hill in a
It's the
straight
Cheetah,
line.
dude. Come on.
The Cheetah. That's one of the nicest cars. And I was in a public place, and you may have...
I'm so bricked up right now.
I had to cover. The Bears. The Bears are the best franchise in league history. Karma is a real bitch, Monty. What do we do with the Bears? Honest to goodness.
You continue to accept that they are never going to win anything until they get sold and until a new voice comes in the room and says, hey, maybe we'd like to have an offensive-minded head coach at some point.
You have a new president. You have a new general manager.
Yeah, well, they're all not correct.
A new head coach. And it's just a flipping disaster. You can't get a stadium deal done even though you said you had 3 done. I just don't know what to do with this team. It's so... And we half joked about it on the show yesterday. But I'm a long-suffering Chicago sports fan. I have the Cubs in recent times, but we were playing golf with a friend of ours, and we were talking about the Blackhawks. And I was like, Rocky Wirtz died. We got Connor Bedard, but how long until we see Connor Bedard? Hopefully this year right away, and he's a star. But I need the Blackhawks to be good. I need the Bulls to be good. I need the Cubs to be good. The Cubs better beat the Rockies tonight because they're my prize picks, which we're going to deliver in 9 minutes.
Facts.
But the Chicago Bears are never good.
Yeah.
Again, this is a team that in my lifetime, and I'm 50 years old, we've never been close to having the best quarterback in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Orton was not the best quarterback in the NFL. Rexy Grossman, not the best quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
Captain Khakis, not the best quarterback in the NFL. Steve Fuller, Jim McMahon, my guy, I love you to death, not the best quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
The list is endless of guys.
Yeah.
Eric Kramer, not the best quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy. B says, Jake, did you just say give the guy some slack? His Achilles ran out of slack last night. Shake my head.
No.
Really, Jake? You're
wasn't
making
trying-
slack
I
on a
wasn't
guy's
trying to
Achilles
make
tendon?
that joke, dude.
You think that's funny?
I'm just, we have to say it. Aaron Rodgers has been a red ass his whole career.
It's
and now
karma.
It's funny how it's worked out, isn't it?
It is absolutely karma. There is no question about it. There's no way to spin this. There is no way to josh around. It's karma, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You got murked last night because you're a dick.
Yeah.
What you did, and the best part is what you did. The other best part of this is, and the thing that I love about it, what you did is you made Jordan Love a superstar.
Yeah, and I think what really bothers me about the Aaron Rodgers situation is it's like Aaron Rodgers wanted to talk all this junk, and he wanted to be, this guy that was threatening retirement every year, and wanted to do the darkness retreats, and wanted to go on Rogan's podcast and talk about ayahuasca and do all this stuff. And that's
Aaron
fine.
Rodgers Tuesday.
Yeah, cool, dude, you're a superstar, but. You know what? The reason I'm a Brady guy and not a Rodgers guy, and let's set all the Super Bowls aside, right? Even though I think that's what defines Tom Brady. Set all those aside. Tom Brady was never an asshole about it. Tom Brady was never a guy who was like, I gotta go sit in a hole and threaten retirement. Yes, was there questions about
sit in a hole and threaten retirement?
Was there questions? Did people say to Tom, hey, we know you're coming down to the end of it. Do you think this is the last time we're going to see you? The media was asking Tom about that, right? It wasn't Tom threatening.
No.
And that's what I don't like about Aaron Rodgers. And that's why last night when I was watching this game, I said, wow, that really sucks for Jets fan. I feel for Jets fan. I do not feel sorry for Aaron Rodgers, and I do not want to hear...
You don't have any sympathy for Aaron Rodgers.
Absolutely none. You know why I don't have sympathy for Aaron Rodgers? Because his ass was more more interested in ayahuasca and darkness retreats rather than putting his ass in the gym and training like he should.
Wait.
Like he's
He's never been questioned for being in shape or out of shape.
Yeah, but you know what he's been questioned for? He doesn't want to go to OTAs. He doesn't want to mentor quarterbacks over the course of his career. He doesn't want to go the extra mile. But yet when it comes to Tom Brady, we all want to mock this guy for being a vegan and for taking care of himself and for doing
banging hot models.
Right? Banging hot models. Like we want to make fun of Tom.
Mouth kissing his kids on his Facebook show.
Right? That's what we get to talk about with Tom.
Tommy.
So I'm not saying that Aaron Rodgers isn't professional, but what I'm saying is that when you're 39 years old, yeah, you probably should be a vegan.
But let's be honest. Jake, what's the difference between Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady? What
Aaron
did you say
Rodgers
today?
doesn't win.
That's exactly right. Jake in our pre-show meeting was like, F that guy. He doesn't win. Tom Brady's got rings, bro.
I'm just tired of it, dude. I'm tired of it. And I am excited to see the NFL for 1 year. 1 year. Let's see some new names. Let's see what Patty Mahomes can do without Travis Kelce for a cup of coffee, which is lose games. Let's see. Hey, is Jared Goff that guy, or did they only win that game because Travis Kelce was out?
What is that wild stat that you showed me?
Jared Goff, I can't remember the exact number. It's like Jared Goff is on the third longest streak in NFL history for most pass attempts without an interception. I think it was 368 or something like that, somewhere in the 300 attempt range. The media asked him about it. Hey, what do you think of this run you're on, this record you're on?
Yeah.
And he said, or the streak, that was the term. Hey, what do you think about your streak of attempts versus no interceptions? And Jared Goff said, what streak? I don't know about any streak. We're just focused on next week. And that's what I'm saying, dude. I get burned out on, man, like Aaron Rodgers. Oh, I'm immunized.
You get burned out on prima donna guy who never has any repercussions.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest issue is Aaron Rodgers doesn't win. And I've said this 100 times as a bitter-ass broken Bears fan. Aaron Rodgers is the most overrated quarterback in the history of the NFL. Bar none. Aaron Rodgers is supposedly this great thrower of the football, and he is. But we talk about Aaron Rodgers in NFL circles like the guy's got a pile of rings, and frankly, he does not. Aaron Rodgers has more disappointment than he has rings. It's that simple. He doesn't win playoff games at home. And until he wins playoff games at home, what does it flipping matter? It doesn't. And now he may never play in another playoff game at home.
Yeah.
When what was the expectation? Was supposed to win a Super Bowl. You're not wrong about that. You're not wrong about that at all. Let's see. Cleveland Rocks. Watson or Jackson? Who's better?
Watson or Jackson?
Lamar Jackson's better. If they're both 100%, I think Deshaun Watson will never be that guy again.
Yeah.
Washcloth man will never be that guy again. He won't. Never, ever be that guy again. You can see, you don't sit out almost 2 years and think you're just going to come back and be that dude.
Yeah.
He's not that dude. He is no longer that dude. He sputtered through, like, come on now. Lopes fan Gabe, who's been a member of the show for 8 months.
Let's go, Lopes.
Stud. What cutting-edge innovation did Apple roll out today? USB-C on the iPhone? Dude, I tried to order it, and they're not available until Friday. I'll be one of the first MFers, or excuse me, one of the first sheep in line to order the iPhone 15 Pro Max.
Must be nice.
Because it is fast. That's what I'm in for. You're not wrong, Lopes fan Gabe. You are not wrong. Beeves on a rampage for $10. Carson Wentz update. Oh, boy. 151 pass TDs to 66 interceptions. And currently enjoying his $45 million net worth in North Dakota. $45 million in North Dakota lasts forever.